How much longer after his death was my father born? Or my mother born? Because that'd be from my mother's side.
Yes, please move to the village of Sparrow when, I believe,
Surprisingly, you know quite a bit about my family.
she remarried your actual grandfather.
He's on a roll. He's on a roll. You don't interrupt him. All you say is, and.
His name was Ren, and
Ren.
people didn't like Ren.
Why not?
He was a half-orc.
Oh.
But he did fight in the wars and proved himself.
His struggle gave acceptance to me and my brother.
Yes. The Wolfsheim family name is actually your grandmother's name.
Doing a good job.
And it was once a proud family that, well, like most aristocracy, fell low. You're the only ones left, probably, in Shadow. And your orcs. Well, sort of.
Why do you know so much about my family?
Oh, I read the books.
Which books?
The books that traces of bloodlines.
Oh.
It's important.
Interested in seeing that.
He's got lore genealogy.
Yeah.
For the last of your bloodlines, you should be looking to find me.
I'm always looking to find a mate.
Are you the last of your line?
I don't know. I'm here, I'm there, I'm here.
There's got to be more Veniums out there. Besides, my father's out saving my mother.
Garcy is.
Sure, it's going real well.
Well,
Any day now.
she was in Epoch, in her vacation home.
Like a night at Epoch?
Yeah, it's the name of the city.
Oh, okay. That city had a bad time, didn't it?
Yeah, it got conquered by
Yeah.
the Iron Lord of the Iron King rules over Epoch now. And the Knights of Epoch ride no more.
Right. Didn't write it. Then you kill.
His dad is out there rescuing her.
What's going to be the twist is his dad's actually out there, actually rescuing her.
See, I don't have to be Baron. Well, it's some Bushi that's technically the ruler of this quadrant.
Well, all we have to do is figure out where that Bushi lives, and what his CR is, and how hard it is to fight, like, normal things as opposed to monsters, because we don't know yet. I know I can't fight these guys that work with me.
Yeah. Alright, so you're riding around, down the road as Ptolemy's telling you all about families of people who live in his village. Apparently he just reads genealogies and knows about who's what.
Nope. There you go. It's those sorts of skills that make you a good parent, Tommy.
Yeah, I find teaching others exhausting.
It can be.
I'm going to take a nap. Try not to go over too many bumps.
Yeah, we'll let out.
All that's left of this road are bumps. Alright, you guys aren't doing it like you stopped, you're looking at the...
Oh, we'll
tear it up.
Stop and then just, check to see the tracks are going along the road still, or are they...
The two tracks of the big wolves kind of go off into the forest to the north side. There are some ravens that you disturbed that were picking at the carcass. It does not look like they ate the wolf. It looks like they just thrashed it around, pulled it apart, and
Strew it around.
and then left. You could give me a heal check if you want to look closer at the remains.
Sure. Medicine, hey! Natural 20, 28.
There's a curious thing about the carcass. While there's lots of blood from its initial wounds, the carcass has been bled dry.
Kreiger, your eyes for a second, please.
And then the carcass was ripped apart. Almost like to cover up its bloodletting.
Yeah, put it in.
This meat was butchered.
Yeah, I'll say it looks pretty messy.
No, it was bled dry before dismemberment.
With your nat 20, you find the wound that caused it to bleed dry, and it was a big wolf bite around its neck.
Did it have 2 extra large things?
Its teeth are weird.
Wolves don't do that.
Well, apparently this one does.
With your... One of the big wolves drank all of its blood.
It was consumed by only what we could assume to be as the rebel prince.
Oh,
That's not normal. Why would it? That's not normal. Why would it?
We're just going to bring our robes a little tighter around the throat. Yeah.
Do it.
I have some bad news, I have some bad news, Bone Crusher. If we find your brother, I'm gonna beat him half to death at least.
It's Kreiger.
Yeah.
You know? What's the holdup, Sister Homie?
Understanding more about our fellow.
No, I still have ghosts as my prepared skill. I don't think ghosts probably don't drink blood.
I saw a squirrel. It was really neat looking.
Oh, that's nice. They're quite disturbing when they put nuts in their cheeks. I wonder what else they could put in there.
He's disturbed by weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it religion for identifying things that suck blood and are baby wolf shaped and?
Yes. Roll a knowledge religion. Well, let me look at the.
21.
I am debating using my hero point to not critical fumble the knowledge skill for what are we going to fight today.
Okay.
Because it is reasonable for everyone to go, well, you say this, but our scholar says this.
I'm going to spend a hero point to re-roll that because I don't
Sure.
want to be like, oh, we gotta kill him with mouse bites or some nonsense.
Paper cuts. It's the
Paper
only
cuts and
way-
lemon juice is the only way to kill one.
Wow.
Another one.
The story has to go.
The story says, tell us something
Can
fun.
I spend a hero point to get him to reroll that?
Well, he just spent one.
I just spent
He
one.
did.
Yeah. Does he have two?
I have 2, but I'd like to keep the don't die
Oh,
hero
okay.
point in play.
All right. So, you think you're dealing with an awakened animal.
That sounds reasonable.
Clearly an animal that has intelligence, is commanding other animals. You think now that this thing is just vicious and it's
Vicious,
malicious, bloodthirsty animal.
Makes no sense that wolves eat meat.
Kreiger, with your knowledge, was it Kreiger or Darren with his knowledge 20? Yeah.
21. Yeah.
You're not so sure about this theory about the awakened animal. You're pretty sure that you're dealing with something else. A smart wolf, yes. But let me look to see how much information you find. Skills.
That one.
You basically have expert level recall of information. The top of the list of things that suck blood are sturges. It's not a giant fucking mosquito. And now you're starting to wonder, Zarghul, Rebel Prince, it's been hunting for quite a long time. Like, this is not a new fairy tale or, like, local legend monster. Oh, fuck. This thing could be a vampire. You're thinking vampiric wolf. Or even worse, a vampiric dire wolf.
That would be bad too.
That would be awful.
So, it is obviously a form of awakened beast. There must be a horrible druid in the woods.
Given that you have training against undead, I'm going to give you D4 information about vampires.
4.
Fuck you.
Should have said D3.
Druids are horrible creatures.
Alright. Vampires do drink their blood, and that is how they do a lot of damage, not only to your body, but to your soul. You need someone aside from magic, you need someone very trained in the medicinal arts to start to restore that type of damage.
Okay.
Like transfusions and like you need basically help. You know that sunlight can destroy a vampire outright.
Okay.
Third thing, it will likely have you're thinking normal vampires likely sleep in coffins or places of the dead. This thing probably has a lair somewhere, or a series of lairs.
Castle on top of them.
It'll probably sleep underground, and while it's... You know that they retreat to those places,
Alright.
and you can stake them. You basically, if you beat it up and then follow it back to its resting spot, you need to sever its head, anoint it with holy water, with the stake in place.
Well, that's a whole thing. Holy water.
It's a small dog. Awakened.
You're gonna double
With
that.
sentience.
Oh, I'm
That doesn't make sense.
sentience. I don't go around drinking blood.
You're not a wolf.
Wolves.
Wolves don't drink blood.
Tormented by the misgivings of an uncultured druid.
You got one.
Or, and hear me out here, it's a vampire. Because it's very old, and it's been hunting for a long time.
Wolves usually last 15 years.
I'm
And it
cer-
drinks blood.
I'm certain I would remember something of a vampire in these cards. Alright, so if it's a wolf and it's a smart wolf, how do you kill a smart wolf?
Well, if it's just a wolf, you cut its head off.
Same
Or
way you
stab
kill a
it.
normal wolf or people, right?
Right,
Not that I would know anything about how to kill people.
right. But if it's a vampire, well, it'll drain your blood, which, has the normal effects of being bitten by a horrendous creature, having your blood sucked out. In addition, your soul will suffer in unimaginable ways.
Well, I completely agree if it was a vampire, but it's obviously not a vampire.
It's a vampire! Listen,
I'm with you.
I am trained to fight the undead.
Alright.
This is undead.
There are undead in these forests, yes. They're populated with malicious face.
No, an undead dead. We need to make some stakes to stick in its heart, track it down
There's
to its
not
lair.
enough meat there to get a good steak. We should have brought the bat with us.
No, the stabby sticks.
Oh, stabby sticks. Okay, yeah. Skewers.
And we need holy water.
Can you make holy water?
I'll look at it. And let's craft. I got craft. Craft? What is holy water? How do we holy water?
This is where we turn around for holy water, and Shadow's in his cell going, no!
we get another level, so he has another week of life, right? So I think it's for blessed water. I'm guessing it's like.
Yeah.
I think it's a spell. Like I'd have to prepare it. Alright. Alright, divine list. Bless.
And if I'm wrong,
Great water.
then it's just a big wolf, and we'll kill it the way we kill all the other wolves.
It's better to be prepared. Worst case scenario, stick with that. So vampire.
Marty, was holy water in the entry? Because I'm not seeing the normal spells.
Holy water is probably an alchemical thing.
That's what I'm thinking, but I didn't see blood water. You know what I mean?
Could be a ritual.
Maybe I didn't do that.
Yeah. It wasn't in the back.
Yeah, I would look under alchemical items. Unholy water is a consumable 571. Contains a water blessed by a good deity. You activate the vial of holy water by throwing it as a strike. Simple throwing weapon ranging from 20 feet. Unlike alchemical bomb, it doesn't add manipulate trait to the attack. Consumable, fine, good. Splash. So you probably need a holy water recipe, and then some way of creating it.
Yes.
First level consumable.
But we're not going to need holy water. Alright, so
Can you make holy water?
I would need to give it some consideration.
Let's just start considering pretty hard right now.
I'm considering. I would need to remember how to make it. I'm certain I have made it in the past. It's been some time.
Well, pitter patter.
Get to it then.
I don't have my books. I would consult my books and they would help me remember these things.
You're pretty sure the sanitarium of St. Solars knows how to make holy
Oh
water.
yeah, they'll have it.
Yeah, they'll have the recipe or have some.
They'll have some.
That's about a day and a half back down the road, and then several days back up through.
It'll take a week, maybe two, to go back get the recipe.
No.
Craft the water.
telling you right now. Vampire.
Let's say I believe you. We all make mistakes. It might not be an awakened animal, and it might not be a vampire.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
I thought vampires were things in funny capes.
Turn into bats and shit.
Yes.
Poof around in the smoke.
Wolf vampire. Vampiric wolf.
Are you turning around to get holy water?
A wolf pyre.
No. Move forward.
What happened? Do I know what happens to vampires if you beat them up but don't kill them?
They will slowly regenerate back and then be angry when they wake up.
Alright,
Bitch, yes.
but I want an oath from each of you. If we go, and it is a vampire, and because we don't have holy water, we cannot destroy it, we are all coming back again to finish the job.
You mentioned the sunlight to do it, right?
No, you still have to stake it.
Sunlight will destroy it.
Oh, well, sunlight will do it.
Stick it in the ground till the sun hits it.
It's not always that easy.
Oh, okay.
I will give you my oath that if it is a vampire, I will come back and help you destroy it.
Done. So maybe this should not be existing.
Oh, can we schedule it? Because, I mean, I've got... Oh, all right.
It's Kreiger. He's got work to do. He's gotta go fix a fence and pull a
Fences.
stump out of some farmer's field.
If we take,
Supposed to go fishing with John next week.
if we get all the treasure, why would we come back?
Because there's an undead in the woods. And that just cannot be...
But he won't have any treasure. If you give him a few years to collect a few things.
Because if we allow him to exist,
Come on.
and he hurts anyone else, it's really our fault, isn't it? The answer is yes.
I'm
Oh,
with
says
Derek.
all me. He's just bobbing his head up and down. And
I'm
he's
with Darian.
glances to Oskar.
Well, if we're doing this is the type of thing that would be like a service to the community, name the community at our expense. So it should be a justification to get like the tax system going again.
What?
I think he wants to get paid.
You are a difficult dwarf, I will tell you.
Call it 5 and it's a deal.
I'm awesome.
5 wolf pelts.
5 wolf pelts. Shakes on it.
Okay. Oh, goody, we're getting along. Says all me. He does a little childish clap. Crusher, you're starting to get antsy. You guys have stopped and poked at these things, and now you're just
Can we
chit-chatting
get
and
along?
losing daylight.
Yes, we can go. This beast will be difficult to kill at night when we cannot see it. We will need daylight to destroy it.
Okay, continue down the bumpy
I
road.
can hear you!
It's about 7 hours into your second day when you come across a roadblock. Giant ancient tree has fallen over into the road and is kind of like washed into the ground. It's an immense tree. There might actually be signs that it was cut down purposefully.
Yeah. How long has it been down?
A few years at least.
Okay.
Some of the outer bark is starting to flake away. You do see that there are other logs or trees that have also been cut down to add to this pile.
How do you cut down?
Hmm?
How do you cut down?
Probably with an axe.
Axe?
Yep. It's happened quite some time ago. This could be like a several-year-old.
Do not enter.
Let's have a quick look around for bandits just in case. And traps, watch for traps.
Yep. Traps and specialty.
All right, so you get off the wagon. You go have a look around. Give me a survival check.
I was going to damage with my checks. 12.
8.
6. We're awesome.
Okay.
D2 here.
If there are any bandits or any people out here trying to ambush you at the spot, they've long since gone. There are no signs of them.
Alright.
You'd almost have to half dig, half like chop this massive tree. I'm talking about like a tree like half the size of this room kind of fell over.
Yeah.
And then other trees had kind of just been added to
The
it.
cart stays here. Do we want to get to the water?
I'll
Or
have
we get
it
some
in
axes?
Because I see 3 strong men with 4 strong horses.
Well, with a considerable amount of effort, you could try to like roll the cart, lift the cart over this obstacle.
Worth a try.
We could just leave the horses here. I'll stay in the cart. You guys go look ahead for Shadow.
You will be eaten by wolves.
I will come with you to go look for Shadow, sister.
Are we bringing the horses around, or are we leaving them here?
The road looks no more friendly than the difficult terrain you've been dragging your cart through for 6 hours up ahead.
I mean to ride them, or leave them here for dinner for wolves.
Let's leave the carts and take the horses.
Yeah, you could lead the horses
Yeah.
throughout, kind of take your stuff and put
Ride
them.
Yeah.
They don't have riding saddles. You guys don't have riding saddles.
They're
They've got
also
all
not
the.
riding horses.
Yeah, let's go straight for them.
You
Pack mules.
you could stick somebody on top of it, but it's not going to be a comfortable ride. They kind of need to be led.
We're going to determine pack mules.
All right, so you start taking off stuff, including your food.
Yep.
I know a lot of you had adventuring kits with like 14 days of food.
Yeah.
You guys have been on the road for some of you for 1, 2, 3 days, and then you ate you ate a bunch of possum, and this has been it's been 4 days. So the Bone Crusher and crew that left from the sanitarium, you've eaten 7 days of food of your stores.
Okay.
And the other guys have eaten 4.
Alright.
2, 3, yeah, this is the 4th day.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a guy to forage.
Some of you still have 10 days of food left, though. So. You arrive there, you don't have any food. We're like, sorry, Shadow. Oh, we got to eat. Alright, so you.
Well, we got you some bat wing to gnaw.
I hate to abandon the cart like this. My grandfather would not be pleased.
It'll be alright.
We'll come back for it.
Alright. Can we.
Anybody takes a shit in it, we'll hunt down and take it out.
Alka, you're a thurge?
I am.
I saw you scribbling in a magic book.
Yes. I finally unlocked. It took decades, mind you. Although apparently some of the excitement has jogged loose some of the riddles that were sort of.
Yes, can you make the cart invisible for me? I am the baronet after all, and I wish it so.
What have you done for him?
Are you certain this is what you wish?
Make it invisible so that nobody can find it. Till we get back.
All right. Take a step back.
Okay.
Kerr casts illusory object. It makes a big tangle of vines and sort of the logs, so the cart is filled in with the
Okay.
tree. Like it's sort of it's all hidden behind an illusion.
Fascinating.
We should start going. It only lasts for 10 minutes. So.
Hey, Can you give me a beard? I've always been curious about the thing with a beard.
What? You got that pathetic human blood can't grow to be. You want some beard?
Give me some yours.
Catch you.
I will check your mouth for gold teeth.
Come along, everyone. All right, who is leading horses?
Kerr's leading a horse.
All right, you at the front.
Just tie the
suppose
horses
so.
together. It's nature to
Okay,
handle.
so you tie all the horses together, and you're leading a big line of 4 horses.
Okay.
Kreiger, I guess, will lead.
Oskar can lead a horse. I think we have enough people that we can have like.
Nature?
It's fine. I'm gonna move you guys to a different map
Cool.
as you abandon the carriage.
It's hidden perfectly for 10 minutes.
It's long enough for us to
Just let it frisk
get
it
out of
away.
sight.
Yep. And then when we're getting back to it, it's like, oh, oh, here it is.
It's invisible, but close your eyes. I mean, you may as well, right?
Well, you approach from the backside, so it would be hidden, right?
Yeah.
You come back, it's up on rims. It's up on blocks. It's like, what the fuck?
They stole your wheels. Stole our wheels, man. Not cool, man.
And now you die. Hey, look. Oh, that castle's scary. We should turn around and get reinforcements.
Okay, through
Not a
the
vampire, right?
through the thinning trees that end at a cliff line, you can see a towering castle through the mist.
It could be a druid's massive stone castle with brilliant aqueducts.
There are too many tracks. There are too many tracks from wolves, both large and small, to make sense of them. This place is overrun. The horses seem nervous when you slow down a little bit.
Unfortunate. Well, maybe someone's home. Maybe they've seen our shadow.
Oh, let's hope so.
Okay?
Are we, like, treating this as like a ding dong? You wanna, buy spices kind of bullshit?
It's,
Just traveling salesman wondering if you want a peacock feather duster.
late in the afternoon, maybe an hour or two before sundown.
This is fucking beautiful, this shit. Alright, so we're doing the feather dusters or the spices? We were just wandering spice merchants, wondering if you need to restock your stores.
You have spices?
We got bat wings. There's bat spice.
I don't think so. I think we used all the spices up on the possums.
Yeah, you gotta get, they require some sort of kick, don't they?
Indeed.
So is this the plan to ding dong?
Well, I'll be honest. I don't like the idea of going across that bridge.
Well, yeah, you're not quite close enough yet to see the current state of the bridge, but you get the sense that the castle's kind of perched out there. You approach. Okay. You get to about here, and you see that there is a 15-foot gap in the bridge, like this part of the bridge here, just simply on a swivel, is hanging down like this.
Oh, that's...
I believe, are we... There must be something in the water here, or a genealogical problem with the noble bloodlines. Some refusal to do maintenance.
No, this looks like it's a feature of the bridge.
Part of the
But like
drawbridge.
the bridge just sort of goes down like that and can be winched back up into place. So there's
never mind. The complaint. Oh, no, that's intent. Ooh, ingenious.
wolf's cat everywhere. These two burnt out buildings. You actually think you hear mewling young wolves. And a couple like smaller regular wolves. You kind of scared away as you approached.
Figures trying to look for. Jeez, puppy, find a bush.
I bet wolf tops would, sell well on the.
Shadow, give me a perception check. Okay, you hear the sound of horses. You heard a horse nicker and like clip clop. Okay, so Shadow, you climb up to your window and you've broken open a couple of the windows. You can't quite like push your way through, although you're starting to get skinny enough that you might be able to force your way through. But now you're then climbing the side of a castle wall. While starved. You actually see up in the window. Are you waving? Are you yelling?
Waving.
Okay. Who has the highest perception? I think it's Alcur, and Alcur's at the front. There's a man in leathers, looking pretty disheveled, waving through a broken window.
It looks like someone's home. They're waving us across. Kind of an orc.
No.
Is this the orc we're looking for?
He looks.
Alcur will wave back.
Okay.
Yeah, crush him like.
What the? He doesn't say like what the fuck?
It's 100 feet away, so 30 yards. You can yell at each other.
Is Shadow gonna go?
For some reason, Shadow's not yelling.
Yep.
Shadow's like, he's looking around like.
Let this. Okay.
Oh, he doesn't get.
What's on his face? Muck. Looks like a giant bird took a turd on his face.
You guys are all kind of collecting near the.
Damn giant animals.
Oh my, that's a long way down.
Okay. All right. So
Tommy like looks down the cliff and goes over and clutches Oscar's shoulder.
Yeah, just keep your footing, don't stare down. Told me you wouldn't happen to have
told me you wouldn't happen to have a message up ahead, would you?
Oh, I do. Yes, of course. I've got a message. I can cast it right now. Who do you want me to cast it? Me? You? Him?
Him.
Yes.
We'll see if it works that way. Yeah, no, I won't lose, bitch.
Messaging a bottle.
A massage.
The message is 120 feet.
Hey, you said 100 feet away.
So it stands up front.
Target one creature.
You mouth words quietly, but it's coming out of your mouth. Transfer directly to ears of the target. Height and third, 500 feet. Okay.
So you have to like go choo choo choo.
He reaches out. Speak to me in quiet words and whispers upon the wind. And then cast a spell. He didn't have to do the whole soliloquy. Right. And you hear sort of like a little pop in your ears. Shadow. It is your baronet, Ptolemy Van Imp. Keep your voice down. Do you not like my blue pants?
What the fuck are you doing here? You crazy bastard.
We're here looking for you. You've been gone an awful long time.
You're a prisoner in this fucking castle.
Your brother's beside himself, and Kreiger's missing his drinking buddy.
Alright. Get me the fuck out of here.
What a beautiful place you've been wintered
There's
up in.
something that's crawling around the walls. That's what trapped me here.
Those vines. They're evil, aren't
There's
they?
a guy. He's a fucking weirdo.
Okay, so there's a fucking weirdo. He's whispering to the rest of you
climbing,
guys.
And he's climbing the walls like a spider. He did something on this side. He lowered the bridge.
Ask if he comes
Can't
out.
get through.
Ask him if the weirdo comes out at night.
Does he?
Yeah.
Jerry is just looking straight ahead, waiting for the answer.
He does.
You mouth the words quietly, but instead of coming out of your mouth, they transfer directly to the ears of the target. While others can't hear the words any better than if you normally mouth them, the target can hear your words as if they're standing next to you. The target can give you a brief responsive reaction or as a free action on their next turn if they wish, but they must be able to see you or be within range to do so. If they respond, their response is delivered directly to your ear, just to the original message. So,
It's like one casting per like back and forth.
yeah, he keeps on, like...
Aha. Ooh, hey, hey, ooh.
Mm-hmm. You hear the kind of the pops and like the voice comes again. You're able to respond. So there's a weirdo. Is what he says. You see Tommy turns around like he's no longer talking to you. He's saying, "There's a weirdo that comes out at night. Weird man."
He's the guy. He's the guy that he lowered the bridge. There's a mechanism to open it up, but I can't get out. I'm
There's a
stuck.
mechanism over there to open the bridge, and the vines are evil. The vines are evil, right?
No, what vines are fucking...
What was crawling on the...
The crazy guy. He's crawling on
Oh,
the
the
side of
crazy
building.
guy crawls on the walls.
Yeah.
What about the wolves?
Fuck the wolves.
Ask him about the awakened wolf that is within the castle.
That thing's ain't awakened. It's fucking... God keeps saying it's a pet.
All you know about the rebel prince is that it leaves no tracks.
Just some kind of magic on it. You watch the snows. It doesn't leave any tracks.
The rebel prince is a big wolf. There are 3 big wolves, and it doesn't leave any tracks.
Just because there might be a vampire here
Oh.
doesn't mean there's not an awakened wolf.
So, I have a question for you, Shadow.
No, we can try this again so you can do it right.
Yes, we can make lunch later. Shadow, is the rebel prince A, an awakened animal, B, a vampiric wolf, or C, something else?
An orc foot up your ass.
He says the rebel prince is an orc foot up my ass. Is that code for something?
Fuck out of here.
Jury's
It appears that he wants out, and he's really...
Bring here for...
So wait. I heard the word mechanism.
that tower right there.
And it's on the other side, obviously.
It's probably a castle defense.
Yeah, alright. How are we going to get across?
Batwings.
We got that.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
How long of a jump is it?
It's 15 feet across.
15 feet across.
Who has
I
a
play jump.
grappling hook? I have one.
Kreiger has one.
I got rope, I got climbing kit.
You have grappling.
Oh, is it part of the crowning kit?
Yep.
Okay, then I got the grappling hook.
So we've got
It is part of a climbing clade or not?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
They
Some
just-
of you might have extra grappling hooks. So.
So we've got some.
Shadow's got one, but
Why don't we try to lift the bridge? It's on the lever. We've got big, strong backs.
no, it's on the other side. We're here. It's down.
Yeah, you grapple the bridge and pull it up.
Wait a second. How far does his noodles go?
10 feet.
Tommy's noodles can extend to 20 feet.
So he could just go and put a grappling hook on the other side. He just...
That's a better solution.
Alright, so I got a plan. I got a plan.
We have horses.
You have noodles.
Yes.
Alright. You have a strong back,
I do.
and I am brave.
Go on.
We're gonna put the grappling hook, tie rope to it, His noodles are gonna go hook it on over there. I'm gonna hold on to the rope.
It's 15 feet across.
I got tiny, majestic, dwarvish limbs that are viable and useful as opposed to those gangly things. It is a long jump.
My limbs only extend that far when I'm casting a spell through them.
Can you cast a spell to smack a...
Well, this far away, and he shows you 10 feet.
Yeah, we're gonna try to throw. So, I'm gonna throw the rope, and I'm gonna sort of swing down, but I have another rope tied to me that you hold, so you don't drop my ass off the cliff.
Alright, then we'll do it your way.
So no tentacles then.
Please.
Alright, I'm gonna stand over here, away from the cliff.
It's a wise decision, Lord.
We're gonna pull out a grappling hook and 2 ropes.
Okay.
We're going to anchor myself to, I'm assuming the paladin won't let me die.
Paladin will not let you die.
Okay, so how much rope is, like, you're wrapping around your waist kind of thing?
I'm tying it to my waist,
Okay. And then where's the other end of the rope going?
tying it around his waist, and then he can hang on to it.
Okay. And how much slack?
Kreiger, Bone Crusher, why don't you take a little bit of the slack?
How much slack?
So it'd be like 40 feet of slack.
Okay, so you're 10-foot
So
distance.
basically enough so that it's like jump and swing down and then climb up.
Okay, so you want 15 feet of different distance? 20 feet?
It'd be like 20 feet of distance.
Okay, with 40 feet of slack.
Yeah.
Or 30 feet of slack.
Something like
Okay, so 20 feet.
that. Okay, and then we're gonna use a second rope.
I think I can
Yep.
make that distance. You just wanna jump? Yeah, to make it.
You take a careful short jump, you can leap up to 10 feet horizontally if your speed's at least 15 feet.
Well, what happens if you...
I have another feat that lets me add 5 feet to my jump, to my leap.
Okay.
They're all like ropes and pulleys and we'll do this and okay, Crusher's just being at the...
Dancing leaf, and I don't even have to run for I don't even have to stride.
Okay, while you guys are talking, Bone Crusher's walked out onto the bridge
And hops across.
and do you have to make a roll?
Nope, he's at the 15 feet is distance. He doesn't need to roll for it.
Give me the rope and the grappling hook.
Not just take the end of the rope.
Okay. Alright, Bone Crusher jumps across.
Can
you message?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, I'll be fucked.
Oh, it's a good thing there wasn't a wolf on the other side, because he sure as hell would have fallen then.
Alright, do you need to...
That's far. Wow.
This is a big deal.
Shadow can't see, like,
Totally just gives a couple of thumbs up. He casts messages that say cantrip. He made it across. Your brother's a pretty good jumper. I guess they spend a lot of time doing jumping jacks at monk school.
Finally good at something.
Why are you up there? Why didn't you just walk out?
It's locked. I've been trapped here for months.
I thought you learned a few tricks from Oskar the last time, the two of you.
No, not this door.
Oh. Oh.
I need Oskar indeed. I can't get out.
Oskar, there's a door that's trapping him inside.
They'll do that to you.
There's
I just need just kick, you get angry at the door and kind of scratch your way through.
Okay, so Bone Crusher, you go wandering around and you do find like a, winching mechanism.
So Oscar starts like untying the rope and
Yep.
scooting away.
It was still a good idea.
You're strong enough that you're able to lift up the drawbridge, and the ancient drawbridge with a whine and groan kind of clanks into place.
Alright, across we go, because dinner for wolves ain't staying out here. So, yeah, we'll drag the
Wolves or the ponies across.
Kreiger, you stay here and guard the horses.
What?
Well, perhaps we bring the horses into the foyer.
Oh yes, yes, it's a little entry foyer.
Yeah. And Elkirk looks kind of excited to go take a look at the mechanism that is blow up like the bridge goes up, the bridge goes down, the bridge goes
Is there a locking mechanism for it?
No, it kind of clanks into place, and actually, yeah, there's something actually springs up and clicks into place.
Yeah.
Crusher comes out of over on the side.
Stun.
There's like a lot of wolf stink in here. Actually, some bedding, like almost like somebody laid down hay and bedding, and some bones and a few.
How long did it take to raise the bridge?
Probably a minute.
We want to lower the bridge when we get our horses across?
Yes.
Alright, let's do that. Okay, we're gonna move across.
Unless we have to make a break for it.
Alright, so there's enough room to kind of have all of your horses just sort of stick around. They don't like the smell of the place, but they're snorting
I
and...
think we lower the bridge when we get across.
Okay, Crusher's fiddles it within a kind of clank, 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 clank. Something's catching, but once you got this one kind of pin out of the way, and it just clanks all the way down, and some birds like.
Shem still has all his like weapons, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can he see them in the courtyard?
You can kind of look down and see that they are clustering in the courtyard, and they're walking up to the main entry gate.
Alright, so Oscar's going to help the party sneak from this point forward.
Sure.
I am going to use quiet allies. Here.
Stay here, horses. You don't belong inside castles.
So, it's like lead by expert or something like this is what is being used.
Shadow will be up there in a moment.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Shadow seems very angry. Doesn't look very good either.
Yeah, bring some food.
Kreiger, do you want to grab this bag of food? It's heavy.
Fine.
Thank you.
In the backpack. Alright, just gotta sorry, gotta make a quick call.
Okay. So, I'm going to use quiet allies. So, you're skilled at moving with the group when avoiding notice, and your allies follow the expert. Yeah, you and those allies can roll a single stealth check using the lowest modifier instead of rolling separately. Does not apply to initiative rolls. So I need to do follow the expert. So, follow the expert is follow the expert, page 479. Sorry, I just read this, but that's kind of funny thing. Follow the expert. Okay, so your allies gain a circumstance bonus on your skill check based on your allies' proficiency. So everyone in the party gets a bonus equal to
+2, +4, something like that.
so they add their level
That's good.
and they add a +2. So it's level +2. So everybody is treated as trained in stealth,
Yep.
and then whoever has the lowest, we just roll theirs, and that's the party stealth.
Oh, well, that'd be.
That's what quiet stealth does.
Kreiger, okay.
So whatever.
Darian, okay.
So yeah, this is what this does. So you are now basically considered trained in stealth.
That's awesome.
You roll the stealth check for the party. Don't focus.
So it increases it from a +1 or 0 to a +4?
From a +1 to a +4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, +5.
Oh, level, right.
22.
Okay, so you guys go through an old entry hall. There's some antechambers. It's like this place was gutted of furniture a long time ago. Eventually, you find your way to a room where you could see There's probably been somebody scratching at the bottom of the door. You
Yep.
actually see a couple of like dead rats. Like he's been hunting them, but he killed one out of reach. It's like there's a rotting dead
There's rotting rats, or
There's
like
rotting
rats
red
that
rats.
were wounded and
Yeah,
deserved.
yeah, exactly. A couple of arrows stuck out of it, and there's a shadow, kind of like of somebody behind the door. There is a spiraling stair that leads up to the next level, and there's other chambers to go into if you wanted to.
Let's inspect this door first.
Okay, the door has a average lock on it. This is the same quality of lock that was on that trunk.
If I remember correctly, that means it's fucking impossible. Oh my god.
Although I'm not allowed to complain because I just put my expertise bonus in stealth and not thievery. Next level thievery. So I have a +9, and my priest did not prep guidance, although he should have.
There are signs that it looks like Shadow broke one of, or like Shadow attempted this and then.
Snapped his tools.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get me out of here, is what Shadow says. Coughing a bit.
Well, we're give her a shot there. Take a look.
Take a quick look at the lock.
Average lock requires 4 successes at DC 25.
So right now my thievery is +9. You. So that's not good.
So you could pick the lock from either side. Shadow, now you see Oskar kind of like looking at you through this lock hole. Are you going to attempt to aid him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just gonna check my lockpicks to figure out how many I break before.
Shadow tried. I broke 2. I was like, okay, now we're good. He's like, I broke two of my picks here.
See the fucking things.
Yeah, well, fuck you. Give me better picks next time.
I'm not the one locked in a fucking room.
Shut up.
Oh, look at me. We'll join your stay at the hotel.
Your brother is just charming.
Shadow's trying to figure out if he can shoot an arrow through the lock.
Suck.
Maybe shoot his feet or something. His thievery is actually pretty good.
Okay, so it sounds like it's just one critical failure breaks your tools.
Okay.
So I just want to see if I know I put some spares.
Wait, what's a critical failure? Like 10 or under?
Well, you fail by 10.
So 15, so 75% of the time.
25% of the time. Well, for me, it's 25% of the time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you have replacement picks.
What can
basically.
You're supposed to buy. The thing is, I didn't bring any replacement picks with me.
I can pass you my picks under the door.
You've got more picks?
He said he stopped when he got
After 2, I stopped.
Okay. How many picks do you have?
I don't know. That's a very good question, does it say? I figured I had more than 2 picks because you need at least 2 to open the door.
No, you need successes.
You need successes, and just like I need to have a stack of picks in my inventory that I don't have right now because I didn't think that hard originally. I did this for Al-Curry. Al-Curry's got extra writing supplies.
Yep.
The other way is to break the window. I can lower the rope from the other side. If someone can smash the window with it. Kreiger, will you?
Just
Smash the window.
let's give her a shot. Still got my picks.
Lower the rope, pull you up. You can get up the window and smash it.
Why don't we let him try to open the door first?
Just what do you gotta lose? You fucking give her a try.
Tramps.
We can go home.
I don't know how many picks I have to spare. I assume
So you have one in your.
So you broke your picks,
Yeah.
I broke
but
2.
you can aid.
stopped
You
it.
should be able to. You only have one.
I have 1 left.
Basically, breaking your
No,
pick.
you only have one in
Well, you
your
only
pack.
have one.
You only need one
And
to
you
break.
buy replacements.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You have tools,
So
but
the-
the part that actually can break
Is the
snapped.
base.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
All right, but you should still be able to aid.
Yep. So, what's the DC to 8?
This is set by the DM.
This is a level 3 thing.